I want to like break this down live. And like I noticed that I think I think what you need is to like have more conversations in English
Hmm.
because
Okay.
and I'm not saying your English is bad. I'm just saying that this sounds like a speech, but it doesn't sound like a conversation.
Okay.
This one, didn't we post this before already?
No, it's a similar one. We posted a similar one.
This one too, didn't we post that? But if you think like right now, I'm just thinking like, okay, I'm gonna let you loose. I'm gonna let
Mm-hmm.
you do the content, let you experiment with it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm not going I'm basically gonna give you like freedom with these ones. And I'm not going to touch them.
So it doesn't sound conversational.
Now, if these ones are okay, but the ICP, I'll show you what I mean. This
Okay.
one, okay. First of all, let's limit flexing. Like, um, let's limit flexing because Stefan said that he doesn't want to flex.
Okay. No flex.
So don't flex. I mean, you can flex, but not too
Mm-hmm.
much because this one is just like he told
All
me
flex.
one time we have nothing to prove. Like
Uh,
don't try to prove yourself. Just do it. Just say it.
mm-hmm.
Um Another thing is I'm sorry man, but we're gonna scratch 4 hours, like the 4 hour idea. However,
Okay.
I will replace it. I have already something that that will replace the thing.
Sure.
But we're gonna scratch the 4 hours per
The
week
4 hour
idea.
thing. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So I'm not gonna touch this one. I'm gonna replace it. But I am going to talk about the second one. So make this a dot. Yeah. So this one, I think that you don't need to say, well, I know. I a mistake. Okay. I edited this. I didn't put the system anymore because like you don't need to put the system anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, do you take on every client who's willing to pay? So the problem with questions like these,
Mm.
I've also actually avoided questions because if they say no, then it's the end. Like they won't read
Mm.
anymore. You know what I mean? If
Mm.
if like if someone says, "Do you take on every client who's willing to pay?" and they say
No.
no, then
Uh,
it's done. Like the post is done.
yeah, that's the end of it.
So what you could do instead is an if statement. If you're taking on every client,
Mm-hmm.
so you just change it to an if statement, then you're building a job.
Not a scalable agency. Okay.
This one, scalable agency, let's try to change it to because like let's try agency and business is similar, but when you talk about a
Mm.
business, you like the opposite of a job is a business, not an agency. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So that's why it's better to use job. Then you're building a job, not a business.
Not a business.
Okay. This is what I talked about with the conversation because you just said that like Okay. The biggest trap for new agencies, chasing every dollar that comes their way. But then
Mm-hmm.
you didn't tell me why it's a trap. So there's a what, but you didn't tell me why. You just told me, like, you just went straight to, but here's what I learned after 6 years of business.
Mm.
So it's
There
like
should be a why there.
you have to tell me, okay, why is this wrong? Why is
Uh,
chasing every dollar that comes their way? So what I would say here, like if I was having a conversation, hey man, do you know the biggest trap for agencies? It's chasing every
mm,
dollar that comes their way. I mean, like, why would you chase every dollar when that's literally what nine to fivers do or something? Like, I would justify myself. That's why
mm,
it's important to say why, because when
mm,
you say these things, it's like, okay, why? Like my brain is like, I don't fucking care what you mean, what you learned in 6 years. I care
mm,
about why is this bad?
it likes a why there. Yeah.
So I would say the biggest threat for new agency chasing every dollar that comes
Wait,
that
wait.
comes their way.
So
Uh, comes their way. Chasing every the biggest threat for new agency comes their way. They end up becoming they end up becoming service providers rather than rather than industry experts. They end up becoming
rather than industry experts, premium industry expert. Oh, yeah, I did. Yes, why?
okay. This doesn't feel well because it's like you're saying that relationships is stressful. It's like you're saying that client relationships is stressful. Do you get why
Hmm.
that's bad?
Less stress managing relationships.
Because you're saying that client relationship is bad because stress is bad, right?
Yeah.
And so you're saying less stress managing relationships. Like, I don't think relationships should be stressful. So
Okay.
less stress, I would just say accounts
That counts. Mm.
rather than relationships.
Mm.
Okay. Here's where it also gets confusing because you were talking about clients and now you're talking about sales calls.
Hmm.
And then like you talked about two things there.
So it should
Like
be like only about clear intention, right? Not just
just
start
like
the relationship with clear intention
set
or clear intention.
okay. Here's another principle. I don't know, you saw the document that I did, like the
Uh-huh.
webinar that I'm gonna do, right? Like the master
Yeah.
class that I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
There's principles there that I put. Okay. I think it like
80/20.
like you have to make the headings like this one's attractive. That's what I've been noticing as well. That's why I think people are
Hmm.
not reading the threads, is because those things like they're supposed to be hooks as well. Like it should make them curious enough to read. Like for
Hmm.
example, before only work with clients whose vision you believe in. I'm like, duh. Like,
Hmm.
of course, but you gotta like make it more attractive. Like you're not you're not making transactions, you're making partnerships. You know? Like
Hmm.
you just change it and change the things into something that would catch attention, not just state the fact.
Hmm.
So this one, it's like, okay, okay. This one's like, life's too short.
That's too short to work with someone you don't like.
Or actually, that's not. This is the second line, but
Is the most important factor.
this is not a framework, by the way. These are principles. So that this is
Hmm.
not, because this is not a step-by-step framework. It's not like you apply 80/20 and then you do this and then you do that. These are principles.
Principles. Here's the principle. Three principles.
Three, right? So this one, this fills in something, but this is like,
Are we still starting the whole thing with a verb, like you taught me?
with what?
Like a verb with
Oh,
the title for the tweet.
the heading.
Yeah, the heading.
I mean, it's the same. Like a verb is strong. Like for something,
Mm-hmm.
for example, this one apply.
Obliged.
But it
80.
could you could also use you. Again,
Yeah.
it's the principle is not to use a verb. The principle is to talk to the person.
Mm.
That's why you say apply the 80-20,
Mm.
because you're saying you should apply the 80-20.
Mm.
So I would do here like 80%. 80% of your revenue comes from 20% of your customers.
The customers.
So why are you saying yes to everyone? Well,
I'm
I
trying to be a. Mm.
yeah, yeah. Hold on. Hold on. I just want to like show you how this applies. Oh, oh, so, so here. Remember these four things, right?
Okay.
Grab attention, trigger the emotion. So you you always have to trigger an emotion, not just preach. Like,
Mm.
for example, this one, 80% of your revenue comes from 80% of your customers. Or like, so why are you saying yes to everyone? It's like I'm disappointed. Like this is what
Mm.
I'm trying to tell. Like, you should be angry, man. Like, you should be disappointed by yourself because you know that
Mm.
80% of your revenue comes from 20%. So why are you saying yes to everyone, right? Stop
Mm.
trying to be. Same here. Like, life's too short to work with someone you don't like.
Mm.
That's why this that's why this is quite like, I'm gonna edit a
It
lot.
still sounds like we're preaching, right? Doesn't trigger anything.
It doesn't even sound like you're preaching. It just sounds like you're right, like you're just writing your thesis.
Mm.
You know? It's not like it doesn't sound like you're talking to me. Sounds like
Mm.
you're just telling me stuff. You're not making me feel anything.
Mm. Just facts.
Yeah, it's just facts. That's it. Like, you're just
Yeah.
saying facts. You're not making me want to act.
Mm.
It's like, here's what I always say at the start. Who fucking cares? Like,
Mm.
same thing here. Money's great, but alignment, dude, first thing, I don't think I don't think um Stefan would say anything like alignment ever. I don't think he will say the word alignment.
Okay.
I've never like alignment is such a woo-woo word. Like, align yourself to the universe. Like, no, I don't think
Uh-huh.
Stefan will ever use that. So
But a line is good, right? Should make it like money is great, but it's
partnership.
money is
That's what it means. But partnerships, money is great, but partnerships help you grow. not
Yeah,
alignment. Because alignment sounds woo-woo. You know?
yeah. Partnership help you grow in the long run.
See? Money's great,
Mm,
but alignment, but partnerships, not alignment. Alignment is such a woo-woo thing.
mm. It, yeah, enlightenment.
Yeah. I'll need you to try to fix this.
Yeah, yeah.
Try to just fill in the gaps and I'll check it again. Okay. Because I'll need you to fix that.
Mm.
This one, bad advice. Hmm. Does this really go viral? Like this format?
Yeah, it's one of the three templates.
Jesus Christ. I've never seen anyone do that, but like I just I don't know, man. I'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
But dude, that is so when if I see that,
Mm.
I'll be like, what the fuck? Fuck's this guy doing? Niche. 99% you don't need. Huh. I don't really understand what you're trying to say here.
So like you need a one system. That's the main message. But you have to systemize everything. So you don't have to like customize for every new customer.
Okay. I just don't feel like this is something that I really care about. Like different, okay, I think this is the problem. Different processes, what's the difference? Like it's not specific enough. This one is
Mm.
not specific enough. It's, and by specific, I mean it doesn't make, again, it doesn't make me feel like anything. It's like not okay. If someone tells me, so this is what I realized.
Mm.
I'm also a target market, Stefan, right? Somewhat, because
Hmm.
I'm building an agency. And if you told me this, if someone told me, hey, bro, you don't need processes for each client, you don't need custom solutions for every project, you don't need new workflows for like you lost me. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's the first thing that pops in my head. It's like, I don't care.
Mm.
You're not talking to me here. Like you're not really what I would if this is the topic that you want to talk about, what I would say is like
Mhm.
agencies get burned out because they try to over deliver by doing everything for their client. If you just focus on one thing and do it very well, or but I promise you, you will get more results and money if you just focus on one thing and do it very well. There.
Get more results and manage one thing and do it well.
Because like another principle that I talk about here, right,
Yeah.
is to participate in the conversation happening in their head. Participate in the participate in the subconscious conversations So you need to, in a way, read the mind of the guy. Like, do you see an agency owner saying this?
Okay. I think that's a hard part because we have to speak the language of the agency owner, and I don't really understand how an agency owner would
Okay.
talk
Do you hear
the
Iman
language.
Godsi saying this?
No, he says a lot about. He's mostly about self-development.
Yeah, do you hear Alex Hormozy say these?
Mm, rarely.
Like, does he talk about different processes, custom solutions?
No.
There. So just think of, it's not about, it doesn't need, you don't need to be an agency owner to speak the language of an agency owner. You just have to think like, you just have to look at someone who has an agency and imagine if they would say these. Does that make sense?
Hmm. Focus on building one. Rolling.
Why did you come up with this? Is it one of the templates?
Yeah, it's one of the templates. Uh, Focus on building one bulletproof systems that works for all clients. Yeah, no person would just say the last sentence, I think.
Okay. Before you go to the templates,
Yeah.
look at this one. See?
Hmm.
No one talks about no one talks about
Custom solutions.
different processes for like that's not a problem for them.
Yeah.
And although it's a good idea, it's just not how they would think about it.
Hmm.
Yeah. Let's
Over deliver. Yeah.
let me try to like explain this in a more understandable manner. Yeah. So let's just try to like get what you're trying to say here. What you're trying to
Hmm.
say here is that you need to focus on one system and
Hmm.
not try to like change for every client, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it goes back to what we talked about earlier in this call, where you need to tell me why. Why
Hmm.
do you not need this?
Because it will waste like a ton of time and resource.
Exactly. That's why I told you this. Like that's why I started with this because I started with why. I because
Hmm.
they would not care
Hmm.
about these things if you don't tell them what the problem is.
Hmm.
You have to tell them, you have to make them feel the problem by saying, like, what's the pain that you're targeting?
Yeah.
Agencies get burned out, right? Agencies
Get
like
burned out.
this one word right here, this two words right here, burned out,
Hmm.
just hits the spot. And then you even like say over deliver, like, because this is what they do, right? Like, oh, I'm gonna over deliver, and then they do everything. but then they get burned out, and then they don't get any results. Make sense?
Burned out. Yeah, getting burned out and over deliver. Yeah, that's their language. That's their language.
It's not about the language. It's about you have to make it like something that they care about, which is either their pain or their desire, right?
Mm,
And in here, you didn't talk up anything about my pain or my desire. You just
mm,
said 99% of the time you don't need blank, 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 blank.
mm,
You didn't tell me why. You didn't tell me, so what, right? Again, the priority is the reader. You're talking to a reader. You're not preaching. You need to
mm,
talk about either their pain points or their desires.
mm,
If you're not talking about those two, it will just come off as like, what the fuck is this guy saying? Because no one cares. And again, right? Like we talk about this all the
mm,
time. No one cares about your story. No one cares about your ideas. No one cares about what the fuck you're talking about unless you make it relevant to
about
them.
their
At
pain
least
points.
unless
Yes.
it solves a problem that they have, or it
Mm,
gives them a step by step solution, a way to get their goals. Those are the only two things that they care about. If you
mm,
can't frame it that way, then it will never like you will never catch attention. What's in it for me? Always what's in it
mm,
for me. Every agency owner should hit. This one is a really good hook because you use the word should, right? So you're
sure.
saying like you're telling me right now, like this is why it's really strong because you're telling me, yo, you should be at 1 million profit within 2 years. And if you've been in the game for 2 years and you're not in 1 million profit, then you're a loser,
Mm,
right?
mm,
That's why, like, when you tell me this, it triggers pain or and desire because you're like, oh my God, I
true,
should
true,
be
true.
there. It makes me
Should
feel
be
like,
there.
oh my God, I should be there.
Yeah.
And then those people who are not there, despite being in 2 years,
Uh,
they are
they'll
in
feel the pain.
pain, right? They'd be
Yeah,
like,
they'll feel
fuck,
the pain.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
Sadly.
sadly, most people focus on the wrong thing and stay stuck. Okay. This is where I was like a bit confused because like this is such a gangster opening. Every owner should hit 1 million profit within 2 years, like authority. And then you suddenly became a soft ass motherfucker. Sadly, most people focus like like
Okay.
you were tough here. You were like authority. And then suddenly,
Yeah.
sadly,
Sadly.
every agency should do no.
Uh, but most are so.
And most are stuck chasing stay. So here's another thing that we're gonna talk about in the workshop is
Yeah.
call out the audience, right? First, make it
Call out
relevant to them
audience.
by talking about their pains and desires. Another
Yeah.
way to call out your audience is to literally call them out in the thread. Our target market are people who are at 30K
Yeah.
per month. So when you say this, literally, like when you say, but most are stuck chasing projects just to stay above
Above.
30K per month. So when you say this, like
Mm,
you are calling the audience right here. You're like, yo, I am at 30K per month. Like, fuck, he knows me. He knows me.
mm,
He knows me that I've been doing this for 2 years and I'm stuck at
3 years.
30K per month.
30K per month. Mm,
Here's the simple playbook that scaled us to 6 million profit. Okay, this is not like 60 million profit with just 40 people. I would just say not this one. Even during this is strong.
uh-huh.
Now, again, same thing. It's like build your foundation. Such a weak ass hook. I'm sorry.
Mm.
That wasn't an insult to you. That was just like
Yeah. Okay.
it doesn't trigger an emotion.
Yeah, you talk about like the way that we put the points there, right? It should be the strongest one,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
strongest
It's the same thing.
point.
Like
Yeah, the
this
weakest
one is
one,
your
and
fucking SOP now, bro. Like I put everything that you need here. There's even shit. There's even like questions here. You see? Checklist for
mm,
effective copywriting. Does the thread fully
mm,
fulfill the promise? Is the
mm,
thread engaging the reader? Like you centered. So are you talking to me? You.
you center. Yeah.
Is it easy to read? Is it persuasive? Did you establish authority via expertise? Did it evoke the emotion you want? Did it give a full promise and fulfill it? Were you able to show social proof? Did you give them a reason to act? Benefits and urgency. Is it specific? Did you show and tell? Is it relevant? Did you make your thread applicable to the audience's fears, insecurities, needs, desires? Right? This is
Mm,
your fucking SOP, man. You read this shit, consume it, master it.
mm.
We won't be having these calls anymore, man. Okay. Anyways, going back. Build your
All
foundation.
right.
So here's my problem with this. You're talking about this one, but then you're talking about health. That confused me a lot. I'm like, that was a bit confusing.
Mm,
You know Mr. Beast,
yeah.
he has this principle where he has like his thumbnails are clickbaity, right? Like
Yeah, yeah,
you want
sure.
to click it. But
Mm,
it's not clickbait because he delivers on his promise. Like if he says, I'm going to blow up a volcano, he's gonna blow up a volcano. He's actually gonna do
mm.
it. Right?
Delivers it.
Yeah. That's what, and he says that like in the first 5 seconds of your video, you have to deliver. In the first five
Mm.
seconds of your video, you have to show them that you're actually gonna like. If you look at Mr. Beast's videos, he'd be like, "I'm Mr. Beast, and I'm standing behind a fucking
At the
volcano,"
volcano.
right?
Yeah,
Like
true.
he's gonna show
Yeah,
you, and he's going
yeah,
to like
true.
make a visual or whatever. And that's
Uh,
what you want to do. The same thing with your like first thing. You want to deliver in the promise. If you're gonna talk about a simple playbook, this isn't simple. Like if you tell me that you're going to train at dawn, spend time reading, and eat healthy food just to get to 1 million I'm like, that's not making money.
mm.
That's not
So it
making
should be
money.
much shorter because the first three should be like all about self-development. You should start
Right.
at the with the fourth tweet.
I mean, you can change it into like if you look at the part here, he talks about like you can talk about self-development in terms of the goals because he talks about he this was a really good thing. It actually changed my perspective. Like before I was like, oh my God, he doesn't have enough content. But now
Uh,
that dude, I'm this is fucking crazy because like this one actually did change my brain as well. It's like, holy shit, I can I can create content about anything now through this
okay.
SOP. And now like if you read this one and he talks about like, yo, he's gonna there's five faces of an agency, right? Like he
Mm.
talks about, or yeah, and then he's like 0 to 5,000, 5,000, 10,000. You can talk about those things in here already. You can talk about, you got to know your why, right? You got to know why are you, okay, wait, hold on. Every agency should hit 1 million. Okay. Actually, let's just rewrite this shit because this is like quite a good thing. Okay. So the first one, the first step, let's just follow this one. So first is to navigation, we already did that. We already have a topic. Now
Hmm.
we need to create a perfect hook. We did the perfect hook.
Hmm.
Now we structure the thread. Is this a story? Is this a framework? Or is this a list? A story meaning, are we showing a transformation from based on time? A framework meaning, are we gonna give steps, step by step? Or is it gonna be a list where we just give out principles, we just give out tips, right?
Mm.
Now we're gonna choose. What is this?
Should be a framework, I think. It's a blueprint.
If it's a playbook, then it is a framework, right? So it should be a
Yeah.
step-by-step framework. So what's step one? So let's say I would
Position
think,
yourself as an authority. Turn on your money machine.
okay, this is off the top of my mind, right? This is off the top of my mind. I'd say specialize. Specialize, right?
Specialize. Okay.
Based on what he knows, like based on my knowledge on Stefan, I would specialize. So I would like niche down, and then
Mm.
I would like fill the marketplace. Dominate the marketplace. So basically what you said, become the authority. Because when you
Mm-hmm.
specialize, you niche down, you become an authority in that space of the
Authority.
market. You own everything there. And he did this by like, you can talk about the 2020 SEO, like when 2020 investment where everyone was cutting back and then he
Mm.
was like, it's time to go all in, you know?
Mm. Mm.
And then dominate the marketplace. So specialize, dominate the marketplace, white label. White label.
What label?
So white label means don't do anything other than front end, which is sales. Focus
And
on
market.
sales, marketing, and client experience. So basically, how to acquire and retain clients,
Clients.
right? So white label, give the fulfillment away, focus on
Mm-hmm.
sales, marketing, and client experience. And then,
Finance. Should be finance.
hold on.
Or SOPs.
Agency should hit. Yeah, I guess finance.
Mm.
Like keep your finances in check. Okay. Actually, I think I wrote about those. Oh, make key hires. So this is account manager, financial controller, and
Sales team.
sales team. So you do this, and then and then there. Once you've listed out like 6 things, maybe 7 things, maybe there's more. The more, okay, there's another principle here.
Mm-hmm.
Once you've made the list, don't hold back. Like any possible idea, chat GPT, whatever, like put it there. And
Mm-hmm.
this is what I told you just earlier, divergent thinking.
Diversion.
There's no one solution. You have to think there's many solutions.
Mm-hmm.
It's better to have an abundant amount of information and cut it in the end than to have very little to work with, right?
Makes sense. Makes sense.
So put everything. Right now, that's the first thing that pops in my head.
Okay.
Okay. Where are we? Oh, this is so after that, you do the what, why, how, specialize. So
Yeah.
what
What
if
do I have?
So specialization. Oh, the worst offer for agencies. Okay.
Okay, it's on.
So what I would do here now,
Mm,
yeah, I could go on, but I don't want to like take up all the time.
mm,
But I would do here. Okay, this is what I would do.
mm,
I would say for Veza, we made sure for Veza, we made sure to focus on offering quality websites for
mm. Let's say SaaS SaaS companies,
B2B SaaS
B2B
companies,
company.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Why? Why? Because it was a growing market. There was not a lot of competitors, and it was the easiest way because everyone was obsessed with no code websites, right? So that's
Mm,
what I would say. I would tell them that. And that's how, and then the connecting is, and that's how we were able to dominate the marketplace, right?
mm,
Because no one was doing it other than us. And that's what I would write here.
mm,
And then I would just, after this, I wouldn't even think too much. I would just word vomit. I would just word vomit. I wouldn't think too much of what I'm writing. I would just like, dude, sometimes I close my eyes and just write. If you look
mm.
at, I'll show you. This is what I'm writing right now for
So the lead
Stefan.
magnet.
For Stefan.
Uh,
That that thing there. It's just me closing my eyes, just writing. I didn't fix anything. Like I just closed my eyes, like
oh,
wrote whatever, and then there's so much like planning to wrong spelling, right?
yeah,
Because I literally just close my eyes and then write it down and then edit it
yeah,
after.
yeah.
Now the edited version is this one. It's edited. It's
Mm,
it's organized now. But before that, I wouldn't edit it. I would just like close my eyes and write whatever.
mm,
So, right? So first step, hook, put the bullet points, and then once you have the bullet points, you close your eyes, use what, why, how, right? You can if you're having a mental block, if you're having a mental block and you need to just produce content, there's a chat GPT prompt right here. Right here.
okay.
If you just need to produce content. But again, ChatGPT is so limited. That's why you need to be divergent. ChatGPT is convergent, right? ChatGPT thinks like, oh, there's a solution. You need to think divergent. There's no one solution. You just say whatever. right?
You say whatever. Yeah.
But then once you've said whatever, this is where the editing starts. What we did earlier, where we, for example, like this one when we were editing it, right? That's
Hmm.
when you start saying, okay, is the hook strong enough? These are the
Hmm.
guide questions after that,
Hmm.
right? Does the thread body fulfill the promise
Hmm.
of the headline? Is it specific? Is it relevant? Like you look at the hook, you ask yourself,
Does it trigger anything?
does my hook promise an extremely desirable outcome?
Hmm.
Is it clear that anyone, especially the reader, can achieve the dream outcome? Was I able to
Yeah.
show the pain he doesn't need to go through to learn what he's going to read? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I need you to fill out that one.
Hmm.
Thursday. This is actually I really like this one, probably because it's a long form. Have you looked
Uh-huh.
through?
I'm really sure that most Nigerian can accept. I got that from the database, like one of the long forms in database.
I would even
So,
like say more, more, more.
uh-huh.
I just like more drama. I'm a dramatic guy.
All right.
Okay, this one is okay. Instead of saying distractions, I would say
Fired, lazy employees. Okay.
okay, Friday. Okay. My first marketing agency, it's his only. So it's not, you don't need to say first
Mm.
because this is his first.
My marketing agency.
This one doesn't fit. I don't really understand why you need to say dead simple because it just doesn't fit the situation. I understand what you're trying to go for here, but it doesn't
Yeah.
fit the situation. Okay. Here's the thing. Again, it becomes so confusing because it's like,
Yeah, I shouldn't have mentioned the sales there. It should be just flip the script.
yeah, and well,
Right.
you're talking about sales, that's the thing. And so like when I was reading this, I was a bit confused on what you were saying because you talk about sales and then you talk about moat. I don't know what a moat is. I don't know, like there it it was confusing because I didn't know really what you were saying.
Mm.
Like I didn't know what you were trying to tell me. Like I don't even know what it means that how to run a 6 million agency that closes itself. Like what do you mean agency that closes itself?
Closes deal on itself. Yeah, it should be deals.
So that's why I was like, I was a bit confused with this. So what I would do
Some
here, in
bullets.
2018, I
Bullet
launched
is
my
a big
marketing
sin.
agency. I used to,
Yeah, that's a good one. On autopilot. I think it started in today.
I don't think Stefan would use this though. I feel like he's gonna make me change it.
Uh-huh.
I feel like these are not words that I feel like Stefan's gonna be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
He wouldn't say that.
Um, what?
He wouldn't say that.
I'm not
You
sure.
think?
We'll see.
Okay.
Dude, just to share with you, Benjamin Chan is stealing all my coaching clients.
Oh, dude, the fuck. How do you know it? How do you know it?
Just because like everyone who wanted to join my program suddenly said they're gonna join his program.
What the fuck? That piece of shit. They just DM'd you that they say that no, I'm just switching to Benjamin Chan like that.
What?
They just DM you and say that I'm switching to Benjamin Chan like that.
They no, yeah, they just said that. I'm like, okay. Good luck.
Good
Good
luck.
luck.
Good luck with that, people.
Good luck after a few months, we'll see. We'll see what happens with you.
But are they like your existing clients or their prospects?
What?
Are they your existing coaching clients or they're just prospects?
Prospects.
Prospect. That makes sense. That makes sense. Good luck with that, people.
Okay, hold on. I'm just trying to fix something. Okay. What were we talking about? Okay. I'm quite confused. Okay. Again,
So like the main points they don't link up.
because you
That's what
said
I'm saying.
you said it was a step-by-step plan, but
Mm.
these are not steps.
Sounds like tips.
Yeah. You're giving me principles. You're not giving me steps.
Yeah.
You're not saying, here's step one. And then after that, you go here. And then after that,
Mm.
you go here. That's why it's a bit confusing because you told me it was steps, but it wasn't.
Mm.
You have to
Wow.
just go here. You'll see there's three things. It's either a story, a framework, or a list. If you're
Mm.
using a framework, actionable steps, when you're talking about
A
lists,
list should be like 5 hacks.
yeah, something like that. And then here,
Mm.
instead of using flip the sales script, just see, just say you are not selling, they are buying.
They are right.
So like you're not selling them anything. They're just
Uh-huh.
asking you, they're not selling. They're asking. This is even like fucking dude. This is such a gangster. You're not selling. They're asking
They're asking
permission to buy.
to buy.
Fuck, dude. That is damn. Fuck, dude. That's such a strong shit.
Okay.
Dude, if I
Okay.
see that,
Okay.
I'm like, holy shit, that is a genius shit. Like if I see that, dude.
Dude, that's a gangster. Yeah. He's just been himself called.
Okay. I need you to so apply everything that we talked about in this call.
Mm-hmm.
Change your things. Save the first one. Save this one, put it in a folder here. Actually, I'll do that right now.
Yeah. Fix it.
Okay, just fuck. Okay. My put this one, the Monday,
Okay.
put it on one of these tabs, save it, and then put the Tuesday one, put the Tuesday on the Monday, right? And leave Tuesday
Okay.
empty. I'll fill that in. And then
Okay.
after that, okay, after that, you edit the other ones. With Ellie, okay, this is really good. Okay. All right. So for this one, I haven't checked it. And I'm gonna be
Okay.
honest with you, dude, like I'm a bit tired right now. I can check
Okay.
it, but if you could first apply the principles that we talked
Yeah, what we
about,
said.
like
Yeah.
look back at the things that you've done. You've done a good
Mm,
job. Like
mm.
you have actually been improving.
Yes,
I
sir.
just need you to look at this one because this has
Mm,
everything.
mm,
Apply the lessons.
mm,
Make sure you question yourself, like the thing, like is it triggering an emotion? Is it solving a problem? Is it triggering a desire? You know, think
mm,
about those things and think about, okay, am I giving enough justification, or am I just spitting words? Am I just considering this a fact?
mm,
You know,
mm.
so go over that. I'll send you the recording of this meeting.
Okay, man.
If you need to watch it again, watch it again.
Watch
But
it
I need
again.
you to apply the things that we did,
Mm,
learn from this session, and I guess what we could do is have this session every week where
mm,
I edit your work live so that I could
mm.
teach you live, because it's quite hard when we talk in the chat.
Yeah.
I can't really help you with those things. So yeah, cool. Sounds cool.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
Okay,
Let's do that, man.
so I'm going to we'll do that.
Mm,
I'll need you to edit again. If you could edit this before tomorrow so that I could send it over to the clients.
mm.
Oh crap. I also need to edit. Oh my God, I hate it. Like Jesus, the Gemma, I sent that
Yeah.
a week ago and she just sent her review right now. Like, bro, it's been 7 days, bro.
Like her reviews the thing that you sent me through
Yeah, it's
WhatsApp.
like now I need to edit her thing rushed.
Jeez. So like she really wants to get technical and educational.
Yeah.
No more business thing. No
No,
more business.
just don't mention six figure.
Six fig yeah, six
Just
figure
don't
business.
just don't mention like that one, but it's kind of weird. Like, I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, we've been spamming that. We've been spamming that six figure business owner.
Whoa. There's a live event with JK Molina.
What?
There's a live event with JK Molina.
Right now?
No, I have no idea, but I need to like join. It's a Cortex thing.
Oh, Cortex. Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
Danco.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, shit. Okay. Hold on. I need to fix. Hold on, man. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. What were? Who wants that? Sure.
Till it's 6 here.
Oh, okay. She doesn't want this. So what does she want then? They thought I couldn't make it until I.
She even talked about British and Aussies. That's so weird. So people don't like business. I've been in business for 10 years. Now I've been running business for 10 years. Focusing with this
Okay, cool, 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 cool. All right, all right, all right. That's just simple edits.
okay.
Sure. Also, I need you to like change. There shouldn't be a Z's. All the C's should be S's. Because like that's English language.
The Z. Like,
Yeah.
what? Can you do it again?
So like every Z.
Specialization.
Yeah. So for example, let me just write it.
Specialization.
Right? So there's a Z there. They don't have Z's
Okay.
in English. So just I mean I just do this. And then
They
it
don't have
becomes
Z in English?
yeah.
Dude.
Or
Okay.
they don't use it. Like they don't use it that often.
Okay.
Okay. So that's it. I need you to apply the principles that I taught you.
Hmm.
Good job with good job so far. I'm gonna ask. Okay. On okay.
You sent me something on Instagram, right?
Yeah, the course. I was thinking of purchasing that.
$58.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know though. I don't know if it's
Yeah.
worth it. I mean, it's great, and I just
I mean, it
don't
sounds
think
like
that
she's going to upsell you something bigger after that.
I'm pretty sure they will.
Yeah.
Um, I'm just curious, like I just don't know, man. I just feel like it's not something that I'd want to do.
Videos.
Like, yeah, I feel like Reels, it's so boring.
Yeah. But like, it gets views, man. It gets views on Instagram.
Uh,
Like, eventually, you have to do that. You want to grow on Instagram.
I don't know if I want to grow on Instagram, to be honest. We'll
Eh,
see though, we'll see.
we'll see.
All right, man. Just do what I've told you to do.
Yeah, man.
Uh, if you have any questions, just feel free to ask. Okay?
Uh, upload your photos, man. Don't forget to upload your photos on the
Dude,
drive that I sent.
the photos, it's
Do you
so
have any?
I don't have any, bro.
Jeez.
I'll try to look for any.
Yeah. But 5 to 10, that'd be cool. About 10 photos.
Did you see my mega thread? Like
What?
the
What?
one like the mega thread,
The mega threat?
like this one.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
It's 29,000 views, bro.
Jesus, right?
Like 122 likes, 122 bookmarks.
And you went viral on the thread, right?
What?
Like the latest thread, the Instagram thread.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay. Shit. Okay. Okay, man. Let's
Okay.
talk. Um, let me know if you could finish it tomorrow. It'd be super great if you could. And
When will you send it to the client?
if
When will you have to send it?
I would like to send it tomorrow.
But like what time?
Um, let me think. Let me think.
Give me
I
a
mean,
time, man.
could you do it? Could you do it at this time?
Finish it at this time?
No, like, can you do it at this time? Like this time, say this time tomorrow.
Finish it this time tomorrow?
Yeah, before this time, like
All right.
9:30 your time.
All right. Possible, possible.
Okay.
For
If
Stefan or
there's any
for both
problems
of them?
there, if there's any problems, I'll just edit it. But I mean, you've
Hmm.
seen me live. Let's just keep on doing this live so that I could
Okay.
yeah.
For both Ellie and Stefan, right?
Yep.
Okay.